good evening everybody, and welcome to my Thursday night stream, where we're exactly where I left off on the last gold making stream, which was in Draenor. We were doing the quests, so I think what I might do is actually do these whilst I'm here. Hi Pause Reset, and hello Costa. How are you both this fine evening? I hope you're both doing well. So I think what we'll do, this might be quite nice, to start off with the two dailies. We'll do that one, and we'll do this one.
Can I help you?
Tooth and Claw, we'll do that one. The Jungle Teeth is quite an easy one, so we'll do that, and we'll go over and get our crystals. The question is, can we get the crystals we need? Let's look in our bags. We've got major, minor and prime, so we've got the three we need to do the rumble in the jungle. We've done the rumble in the jungle, we just need to do the actual thing, the three things. Hey Occupa, thank you ever so much for stopping by the stream. How are you this fine rainy evening in Draenor? Actually, go around this way. This is an easier way to get round, I realised, rather than cutting through there. I'm starting to get my head round Draenor. Certainly this Tannan area with the dailies I need to do. And then we'll move on to our gold making after we've done these. Doing your world quest whilst you listen. Excellent. Good to hear. So we've done the hand-ins for that. We've got the three we need. So we'll hand straight over. See if anyone else, they might be doing the quest alongside us. It looks like they might be. Seems to be the standard thing to do. Go here, summon the people, go to the challenge area, do your little dance, and wait for whoever it is to appear. I'm going to start with the minor one. Oops, didn't start it. Pressed escape. Close that. There we are, do that. As I'll help out with the other people. And that one's done. And then we'll go wait. Oh, I won't stand in that. And then we'll go and do our next one, which was... let's do a minor one. Well, let's do a prime one actually. That's the bigger one anyway. Wait for it to come through. Wait for it. And then we'll have this one ready to do this one. We'll get all this done out the way. And then we can head to Stormwind and check on our auctions. Oh no, it's raining. Hello, that's not my lane. Thanks ever so much for stopping by. How are you this fine evening? It is raining in Draenor, and now that we've got the graphics settings set up to 5, it's actually quite pretty, and it's not lagging. Oh, I've just realised something. My chat in the stream is completely huge because I changed that earlier. Hold on one moment. I knew I'd forget something from my stream from earlier. I've changed everything around. There we go, hold on. That's absolutely massive. Do I have a list of the add-ons I use? I was going to say the words are huge, absolutely. Let's have a look. Let's just go to my Streamlabs. So I'll do this whilst I'm here, hold on. There we go, do that guy. Loot him. There we go, and whilst I'm doing that, I need to find where that is. There we go, right. In my chat settings, chat box, yeah, because I was doing a sketching stream, and I made everything really big, and then I need to hide messages after that, and then I need to go save settings. There we go. That's better. They were huge, like great big giant text. That's the problem with swapping from different streams, is you do, if you haven't got your setup sorted. There we go, that's better. Right, what's the last one we want? I've lost track of which ones I've been doing. There you go. It's got a few expires there as well, so I'll wait to see who summons what next. Maybe we'll even do 2. Looks like everyone's waiting. There we go. Eye piercer. Everyone's in on the action. Dropping very quickly. Right, that's 6 out of 10, so that's all the ones I needed anyway. So everyone's done, and everyone can go off their merry way. Now I need to look around where I could do some treasures. I've got a few I can do over here. There was that cave that I didn't finish everything in, so I'm going to go over there. I remember doing that bit where we had that fun. Hi Gold Queen, how are you? Thanks ever so much for retweeting my tweet earlier. You sent the guide, your garrison guide. I haven't actually had a chance to have a look at it yet. I do apologise. I've been so full on with everything. I want to sit down with a proper cup of tea and properly absorb it. I got the handy notes. Yes, excellent. That's up my lane. It's been really useful for this. Just for getting everything sorted. Yeah, here goes all my expires coming through. That's going to take me a while. You'll like the shipyard stuff. Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Gold Queen. Thanks ever so much for sending it. How have you been? I haven't seen you in ages. Somewhere down here. Oh, we've got Tooth and Claw here as well, actually. I just realised. So let's collect our teeth whilst we're here. There we go. Struggling. Sorry to hear that. I hope you reach happier times. Oh, get you that's going there. We're going to wander around. I'll look for those corpses as well, because they will help. And these guys will certainly help. Ooh, Salissa. Where's that? Where's my map? Salissa. Where are you? Are you this one? No, that's something else. Let's zoom a map out. Salissa's over here. Hey Ballsy, thanks ever so much for stopping by. How are you? Oh, thank you Ballsy, I'm glad you found it useful. That's exactly the kind of thing I want to do. Oh, look, there she is. There we go, done. I'm stuck now. Hold on. There we go. Excellent. There we go. Got lots of things expiring. There we are. Oh, there he is. I see you. Right, we need to collect the corpses now from the... Well, that's fruit, not the corpses. And we also need to find this cave. That's another one. There we go. Oh, wow, thank you, Oniku, for the sub. That's very kind of you. With some big chef's hats and thumbs up for you. Thank you very much. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much. Been away for a while. Glad you're still up to my tricks. Thank you very much, Oni. Really appreciate you stopping by with a sub. Looks like there's a body there. So how have you been if you've been away? I hope you've been well and been having fun. I'm just going to put all these corpses. This is where I can get this elite, which I'm not having much luck with yet. Oh, there's another one. We've got 3. I need to go down here anyway for some crates. Let's go down and have a look. Absolutely, that's not my lane. It's awesome. Thank you ever so much for your support. Now, we do need to go down here. There were some chests that we didn't pick up from our last little foray in here with my skills in parkour. There we go. Been a mixed journey the last few weeks. Got up to 500k gold on your low pop server and kind of burned out the whole thing. Health things for the family, kept life occupied. Okay, well I hope it's all sorted now, Oni. Same as Gold Queen, sending positive vibes your way. Well, that's come back. That's interesting. We had collected that. No, we've got to go around here. Now, I wonder if this will have the same thing in it. You're trying to levitate around here. You've got to go around here. This is how you do it. And then you come over here. And you jump here. Then you jump here. Then you come up here. And then you have to go over here. And you jump. And you land. There we go. Hi, Roman, how are you? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Now, I remember that this time. Got me last time. How am I doing with the Apexis crystals? Have we got enough? Yeah, we got 10 already. Excellent. Super duper quick. Right. Let's float down. And round. I'll do this. 50-50. Well, I hope well, I was going to say hope 150 outweighs the other, but they are 50-50, as you say. Oh, I hope we get more 75-25 in a good way. As ever, pull up a chair, sending positive vibes your way. This is the place for people to pull up and just forget about their worries. I was going to burst into a Fraggle Rock song there, but I don't think it's quite appropriate. Oh, there's a Night Hunter again. There we go. Oh, we've reset. Okay, you have to get marked by the Night Hunter quite frequently then. I will leave that one. Right, whilst we're running back. Oh, we need to do Tooth and Claw still. We've still got... well, there's a Night Stalker again. Certainly been tricksy tonight. I would like to grab him one day. But not today, because I'm not going to bother with the corpses. I'm going for Tooth and Claw at the moment. Hello Grace, thanks for stopping by. How are you? Just sat down to a huge salad with hearts of palm, grape, tomatoes and avocado and homemade balsamic dressing. That sounds massively healthy. And puts my vegetable pizza and chips with mayonnaise to shame, which wasn't quite so healthy. I'm going to do, there's loads of you here. Do that, do that. Get lots of teethies. 98, just need one more. Oh, there's another load over here. This will do. And done. Yes. Right, those two done. That was actually a lot quicker tonight doing those. So I'm quite pleased about that. And then we can get back to our gold making. Go see, look, all those expired auctions. We've got this Demon Slayer of Tannan though. That's not one of my daily ones though, I don't believe. Maybe it is. I'm going to go and do it because we've got 5 of 20. Might as well try and get everything done in one go, if that is the case. Yeah, all our auctions are expiring, so we've got a lot of stuff to do when we get back to the auction house. But hey, them's is how it works. So how have you been, Grace? Hope you've been well. Are you all done with snow, your side of things? Excellent, good to hear. We've got some snow coming to us this weekend, possibly. It's going to be interesting. There's the demons. Excellent. Do those 3. That's easier. And then there's a few more hiding over here. Quite a few of them today, actually. There's not normally this many around. So I might be able to do all my demons. No, not quite all of them. But we'll get a good few of them done. And there was another one. Is that over there? Yeah, okay, we've still got 5 to do. So let's hop on up the... Is that the commander there? No, that's someone else, the destroyer. Destroyer. I'm going to go back up the hill. It's quite a trek to go all this way. If only I had flying. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Get flying. And call that rain. Right, there we go. Up the hill. Just 5 more demons to kill. There's one. There's another one just up there by the time I've mounted up. And got that other... Oh, there's imps there as well. This'll do it. Come back, imps. Come back. Yeah, done. Super duper easy. Alright, didn't even have to go all the way up the hill, so that was the thing. Once I fly, you'll be so much happier, like having the chef's hat. Absolutely, Grace. I remember getting flying in Legion, and it was just like, wow, this is just so much, the quality of life was so much easier. And so, knowing that experience, and this, like you said, with the chef's hat, just knowing it's there, so... Yeah, it's definitely looking forward to that. Spend just nearly 10k at mats. Wow, Gusto, that's a fair amount. But stock is good. Just remember that stock can be used for things. So eventually, it's money. If you hear a kitty cat, that's the other one jumping down. Don't know if you can tell, but we have got sleeping Puddy Tat just behind me. You're fast asleep. But she blends into the sofa, so you can't really see her. Oh, but you want your hands on BFA. Well, that's fair enough. BFA will be there for us. I need to... I'm basically going to keep on with the Battle.net balance until I've got enough for BFA. But then if the collector's edition comes out before then, I'll probably end up buying that instead. Because I really like the idea of a collector's edition. Unseen Influence, done. There we go, 1,650. And you can have both of these, Demon Slayer and Tooth and Claw. There we go. That's a good lot of reputation. Good evening, Anjoy and Hieronymus. Thank you both for stopping by. How are you both this evening? I hope you're well. What is my actual reputation now? We've just hit Revered with Order of the Awakened. So that's done. So it's just Hand of the Prophet that we're working on now. You're fine? Excellent, good to hear. Which one was Hand of the Prophet? Was that the first one or the second one? It was the second one. This one, Hand of the Prophet. You popped 10k for the Lost Mail. So you now have a mailbox to use anywhere. That's quite a nice that's a nice thing. So I've got the Lost Mail quest started. I picked up the mail that was dropped. I just need to actually start that quest and go through it. Just getting your Legion leatherworking recipes. Ooh, that sounds good. I got as far as the rank 3 bracer and I haven't gotten any more yet myself. That's for the flight to go over to here to do this. Probably don't need that. Yeah, thank you, Kostuk. I was a bit lucky on that one. Hey, Drop Pencil, how are you? I hope you're well. We're not going to do that flight. We're going to leave Draenor. Being told where to look, and there it was. Yeah, that was streamer luck, definitely. The luck was with me on that day. It's like, oh yeah, where do I find it? Just by a mailbox. Ah, there it is. You right, Puddy Tent? Just changing position. Did I make a clip of that? Yeah, I think I did actually. You need to write a thesis, but do not know what to write. You want to play in WoW. You need to write a thesis, but don't know what to write. You want to play in WoW. What should you do? Roman, you should do what you need to do. You'll know in your heart what you need to do, and then do it in the order that will give you the most satisfaction, in the most true satisfaction, by even getting the difficult things done first. So if that means doing your thesis first, then that means doing your thesis first, because then you can enjoy both things with the satisfaction having done them. Or make your own reward system for every page, 5 minutes of WoW. Yep, you could split it up that way. There's many ways of working with your own psychology. But at the end of the day, if you do play WoW and don't do your thesis, you'll probably feel guilty for playing WoW, and you won't have your thesis done, so you'll feel unsatisfied for playing WoW, and you'll feel unsatisfied for not doing your thesis. But if you do at least part of your thesis, or do your thesis so that you're at a point where you're happy with it, then play WoW, then you'll feel a lot more happy in yourself. I would imagine. Of course, I'm not you, and each person is different, so obviously your mileage may vary, as they say. Ooh, lots of auctions. So, okay, let's just take them all and throw them on. Open up all the mail. Have you got enough to open everything up at once? Just about. Not, yes, just about. Right, let's start posting stuff on. Have we got any sales coming in? No. That's not surprising. So let's get this posted. And then we're going to do our regular routines, really. The usual posting and restocking. That's going to get us most of the way through. Hey TJ, thanks for stopping by. How are you doing? It's a fine evening. I hope all is good. Or at least partially good. So, here we go. Oh, putty tap. Oh, cat coming behind me. Are we going to have both cats on the sofa? Is it one of those nights? You've been better, to be honest. Oh, no. Oh, that sounds like a rough one, TJ. Sending positive vibes your way. I hope you managed to get it resolved. But feel free to come along, sit, pull up a pew, and enjoy our company for tonight. There we go, Grace. Thank you for your positive one. Off I what? Coming in. Ah, okay. Thank you. Ah, yes. Apparently, I missed your comment drop, Pencil, about the video. Thank you ever so much for commenting on that one. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, you don't want it resolved. Well, I think that's fair enough, TJ. I'm not... It's the sort of thing that you'll know how to handle it yourself, I'm pretty sure. Let's run a post scan and get this through. There we go. Right, so there we go. Post all this lot on. Not really checking the prices. That's absolutely fair enough, TJ. I know relationships with parents can always be fraught with difficulty, and there's no. Even though people say loyalty is above everything, family loyalty, it's not always taken for granted, or it's taken for granted as an expectation. It will always be there. No problem, TJ. My day has been very good, thank you. We started it off with an early morning stream this morning, doing a sketching stream, which was really good fun. And then I've had a pretty nice afternoon, and now on to gold making this evening. So all in all, pretty good. Hey Roculus, thanks for stopping by. How are you? How are you doing this fine evening? You couldn't watch because you was at work. No problem, TJ. I've got the VOD there, and then I'll put it on YouTube as well, probably as well, so people can always catch up on it if they're so inclined. And put all our auctions on. Not had many crafted dreadful ones. Really good. Just checking some auctions. That's good to hear. Gonna stream tomorrow? Excellent, TJ. I'll have to let us know when you're on, and if I'm around, I'll be able to check you out. First mic stream hype. Excellent. I'm glad you managed to get your mic sorted out, though. God, we really are filling up our bags here. To decide what to do with some of this lot. Have a bag clean out, I think. Run post scan. You listen to them when you're offline. Sometimes you clean the house and make your jewellery. You learn, visit and relax onto the YouTubes. Oh, that's nice of you to say, Grace Believer. Also had an idea of what to stream. That's even better, TJ. Having a plan really does help. All this crafted gladiators needs to go back on. Not sure what kind of successes I'm going to get with these, but I have had a couple of sales since I started doing them. It does when you remember it. Yeah, I struggle to remember things. I'm always forgetting stuff, as most people who frequent my stream probably have seen by now. And I'm always forgetting to follow up on the fantastic advice that everyone gives me. So hopefully I can keep hold of most of it. More enchants. So these can go on. And then more bear tartar. Got some sales coming through, which is also positive. So that's good. Don't know how much we're having in sales at the moment. But we're at 839,000, so actually we're doing quite well from our sales on last night, wasn't it? With all the enchants that came through. We had some good sales there. When you do my Lost Mail, watch Hazelnutty Games YouTube for help. If you need it, it's very handy. Okay, thank you, Grace. I'll be sure to check that one out. Yeah, I've been told it's a fun quest, so I think that'll be a nice one to either stream or, well, yeah, it's probably quite likely I'll stream it once I get round to it. When I get round to it is another matter, depending on my ever long list of things to do, which we're chipping away at. Glad we got the Draenor flying done first thing first. That was quite good. There we are. Hey Hogstout, thanks for stopping by the stream. How are you doing this fine evening? And thank you Hades SXF Fiji. Hades X Fiji. There we go, I think I got that enough. Thanks for the follow. Welcome on board. We're currently going through our, wow, loads of enchant sales. That's 51,000. So that was from last night with reset day. We've got a Shadow Weave mask in there. Hungry Magisters, Labicue ribs. Excellent. That's a good mailbox to me. I'm happy with that. Let's open that up. Genuinely trying to rack your idea what your brain rack your idea what the brain was. That doesn't sound right, does it? That's kind of unique too. I'll go back to where you first thought of it, TJ, and then it'll come back to you. At least we can get all these enchants back on and hopefully get some more sales with them. Oh, you can't remember that either. That's a shame, TJ. We'll go do something completely different and I'm sure it'll come back to you. There we are. Done. Right. Okay. So I actually better check the auctions first because TSM likes to remember them. And we've got some more we could probably do with cancelling actually. So what we'll do is we'll just go through and rack through these and cancel them. Might as well manually do it whilst we're doing all the stuff. Want to know your Pala progress? Excellent. How's it going, TJ? What level are you at now? My son's just started a Paladin. He's looking forward to trying out the healing. What realm am I playing at, Anjoy? I'm on Shadowsong EU. 4k and still level 23. That's pretty decent, TJ. It just goes to show you don't need to be high level. Thank you, HadesXVG, for the follow. Very kind of you. Welcome on board. Just cancelling these scans. Is that? They're not cancelling, so let's go back in, try again. Try it with that and that. Any of them selecting? No, we might as well just wait for them to expire then. Seeing as they're not being selectable. We can pick these up though. There we go. Oh, I missed that. Sorry, Hades Fiji. It was a sub, not a follow. Oh wow, thank you ever so much for that. It's a sub. Sorry, yes, Kosturk. I just spotted that as well. My brain's not with it at all tonight. Thank you ever so much. That's very kind of you. Let's go pop some thumbs up and hats in the chat for that. Thank you ever so much. There we go. Oh, and you just remembered your idea, TJ. Fantastic. Memory all round. Excellent. There we go. So thank you, HateXVG, for that. Apologies for getting it wrong. We're still on call to cancel, so I think we might need to do a /reload. /reload. There we go. You'll forget in half an hour or two. No hats. Have a kappa. No problem, TJ. There we are. So, wow, what a way to start the stream. I hope everyone's managed to either pick up their woes from their troubled days and been able to just at least relax a little bit more. Right, let's try this again. Crafted Dreadful Gladiators. No, we don't want to do that. Shift do that one. Right, now we'll run a post scan. There we go. And then we're back on top of things. Going to do a few mat flips, then level tomorrow, you think. Pretty basic stream until your friend goes offline, and then you can level your monk. That sounds pretty good. You even slept extra because of me. Fantastic. Hey, Clinda17, thanks ever so much for stopping by. How are you this fine evening? Alright, let's post the last 21. Oh, TJ, thank you ever so much for the sub. Wow, sub hype indeed. Thank you ever so much. Let's get some more chef's hats and thumbs up. Thank you very much indeed. That's extremely kind of you. There we are. Now you can use the chef's hat. I like the sandwich, Enjoy. That's a nice emote. You just wanted the hat at the stream. Brilliant, TJ. I hope you managed to make good use of it then. Think of it every time you do cooking. That's what I do. Worth it. Good evening, Pointy Gnome. How are you? Doing good. Setting up your garrison at the moment for some Hexweed bags. Oh, excellent, Clinda. I remember doing that. It took me quite a while to get my head around it. So it was a... Oh, wow. Thank you, Pointy Gnome, for the 2 months. Wow, that's gone quickly, hasn't it? Thank you for the 2 months sub. You started to watch me doodling, Kosturk, and then you nodded off again. Brilliant. Let's get some more chef's hats and thumbs up for Pointy Gnome with a 2 months. That's amazing support. Thank you ever so much. Super kind of you. Honestly, all of you, your your generosity has been absolutely lovely tonight. Thank you ever so much. Need to get your monk up to a gold level where you can comfortably level cooking without feeling too blur about spending. That's true, TJ. It takes once you're up to 110, it's easier, I find, to go backwards, because then the casual gold you can make just from leveling is quite decent. Right. Auctions on. Shopping. Let's just have a look at the good stuff, and then we can do some restocks after this. And then we should be alright, I think. You tend to speed level the first 525. Oh, the Mr. Pandaria, there's the cooking can be quite... I hear it only takes like 15 minutes to do that. I mean, I found I did... I just started making Legion things straight away with my cooking, and so I started making money straight away. Obviously then I had to then pump that money back into Nomi, and he could then convert that into burnt food for me, so that was quite good. And then occasionally I get a recipe as well, and a lot of golden carp. Yeah, I don't know the method myself, but fishing hit about 70 while getting 525 cooking. Oh, okay. So you managed to do both of them at the same time. That sounds good. Essence of Undeath we've been buying. We've got quite a lot of it. That we've got some. Sorcerer's Fire. We've got 496. Ooh, Shadow Silk's down to 97 for one of them. I'll take the one. And Sumptuous Fur we've got some of. Your fishing's at 800. Excellent, Pointy Gnome. You didn't want to do fishing. Sorry for the spam. No problem, TJ. That's what the chat's here for. Everyone to have a chat and talk about stuff. If the WoD fish or flesh are cheap on your server, you might want to check those out, as some can be crafted for a cost under the vendor's sell price. Ooh, interesting one, Soul Maestro. Thanks for stopping by the stream. How are you? So, Walls of Draenor, fish or flesh? Okay, I'm going to have to look into that. Can I craft them into something without fishing, or is it my cooking I might need? I wonder. Your fishing is 600, Anjoy. That's pretty decent. My fishing is 0. But you'd rather do fishing than archaeology, though. Yeah, I've not done archaeology at all either, so there's still a lot. You've never got it too high, 300-ish, but it was pretty fun. Yeah, I've missed out on the whole archaeology side of things. Right. Restock time. What's that? That's a pet. Okay. Enchanting. Crafts. Restock. Ooh, loads of things. Some can be used for cooking for a cost under the vendor price of the item created. So you make a profit vendor crafting your cooking up to level 700. I see what you mean, Soul Maestro. So you basically you look for all the ingredients, and then you craft it and then vendor it, and then you don't lose any money. That sounds like a win-win for leveling if ever I heard one. You've also got your leveling plan sorted to maximise profit. Well, that's a plan indeed. I simply just followed the quest lines, I think, and then I did my gold making afterwards. once I got flying. Arcana. Lots of Arcana. Let's do a load of lay shatters then. Alright, I'll just stretch my legs out whilst we do this one. Oh, there we go. An amount of high level tunes in the shortest time. Well, that's a plan indeed. I would like to level up some more tunes, but I'm not sure I'm certainly not going to power level them through the shortest time. I'm literally just going to do them sort of like semi-casually, maybe. Indeed, playing the auction house might make more profit, but that's just the case if it sells. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, you can have so much worth in your bank, but if it doesn't sell, then you know it's not worth anything. It's only worth what someone's gonna pay for it. Should I do all these ley lights? I don't think I want to. I know I could look at Gatherer for this, but I'm going to do at least some of these, and that should be enough. Yeah, those done. And so let's post those on. Auctioning, post scan. Auctioning is the best way to make liquid. Yes, I think it usually is. Need to append your groups and strings. They're always being adjusted. I'm always adjusting mine, TJ. It's a never-ending task, really, to be honest. Let's get those on at my current price, and then move over to tailoring. What can we restock tailoring wise? Going down, tailoring, restock. Ooh, loads of shirts, 2 shadow weave masks. We would need more shadow silk though. We've only got 3 we would need. We could maybe pop over and pick some up, because I know they're quite easy to go from Stormwind, if I remember the farm correctly. Glad you took my advice to start groups from scratch. Just a shame your ops aren't very creative or efficient. Well, that again, I'm always evolving mine. Sometimes I change them to one thing, sometimes I change them to another. But so long as you've got the basic understanding down, which is what I got through doing my groups from scratch, I was able to build on that. And I'm still changing things and adapting as I go. Shoulder eye silk we're low on as well. You learn it much better doing it yourself. Yeah, I agree, that's not my lane. If you have the time to wait on a sell, if it's just about as fast as possible flipping at a profit, craft to vendor flips are evenly sold. Yep, that makes sense, Soulmeister. I understand your theory on that. Right, I'm going to do the ones I can do, which I've got the mats for now, and I get those straight on. And then we'll gather the rest, because I've got a feeling some of this I may not be able to do. Well, the mailbox has got shadow silk. Oh, cause I just bought one. Yes, that's right. But I still need more. And oh, someone's bought a critical strike. That's good. So I'm going to pick up those, and then visit the guild vault. Okay. Completely agree. Had no idea until you started yourself having sharers as a backup. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Once I'd done it once myself, I'd go to sharers and definitely use that because it's very comprehensive. But for me to understand it, I needed to do it myself first. Right, gather those. Green dye, grey dye, got those. Shadow silk we got 12 of. Earthen's got some silk, the rest would be auction house. And I need to make some bolts of woolen cloth. So let's do those. There we go. Definitely your type of stream was worth a sub. Well, thank you ever so much, Hades. That's very, very kind of you. I'm glad you found a stream you enjoy. For all the wad fish, but the blackwater whiptail and the crescent saberfish, if you can find the enormous fish for under 35 silver, or normal flesh for 17 silver 05, for small for 8, you got a recipe that only uses that fish flesh, and craft a vendor it till you're max. So that's a good way of leveling up, Soul Maestro. That sounds like a good system. Still have a lot to learn. Gumdrops is amazing with TSM questions. Absolutely, TJ. Gumdrops is, if you've got any issues with how to work something, then pop onto his stream or into the Discord or onto the WoW Economy server, and you'll find an answer there. I mean, everyone in the gold making community has been so helpful. That's how I learned a lot of my stuff, just from following other people and their advice. Ward allows crafting from 1, just like Legion. Oh, does it? That's good. It sounds like that gets you to 700, which is a pretty decent skill to get to. And then you can just do the Nomi ones to get you the rest of the way, and sell those for profit anyway. Bolt of wooden cloth I need to make. Bolt of wooden. There we go. Create all. You're going to be a chef. Absolutely, TJ. Right, those are done. So we're okay for the shirts and both the masks, actually. That's good. So we can sell those masks for a profit, but we're just missing on silkweave satchels. Which without Shalderai silk we can't do, so I'm going to clear those off for now. I'm going to have a look at cooking. The doublets are going very well. Where are those crafted, Pointy Gnome, the doublets? Today you learn even Gumdrops doesn't use the logic functions. You was on about a couple of streams ago. Yeah, they can be. They're sold in Ice Crown, are they, for 25 gold each? Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, I remember doing Ice Crown, and there was a thing, wasn't there, where you could buy them from something or someone. You sell them for 500 to 600. Pretty decent. And the resulting food sales, yeah, Legion cooking might also get you 1 to 800 while making a profit, but that's through the auction house. Yeah, it's not a crafter vendor. Definitely sell Maestro. It is basically if you sell them, then that's it, and then you've got to really ideally get the rank 3s at the arena thing. I think I remember seeing that. I've not done Ice Crown very much. I only think I've run through it once. But I've heard something about buying stuff from certain areas. What have we got? Hungry Magister, lavish through my feast we need, definitely. Let's get those going. So we're going to need a lot of stuff. Back to there, open there, gather those. Yeah, there's no need to use all the functions in TSM if you have a formula that works. Yeah, no need, if it ain't broke, no need to fix it. If you understand it and it works for you, for your operations. I know there's some people that, very much set their own prices for things as well. If they know their markets well enough. Alright. I want to just flip back to this. Drogbar style salmon. Q. Labour Q ribs. We have 4. 3, 4. Q. Suramar is 5. Q. Barracuda's 5. Q. Goy scented storm ray. Q. And with that lot queued, we can stop gathering and make a fire. There we are. Let's pop it right next to me. Let's get cooking. Those lavish Suramar feasts. I mean, this is telling me 14,000 profit for all these at the moment, which is super duper. I think I'm probably too late for. I think some people have raid night on a Thursday, don't they? So I'm too late for that with my lavish feasts. But at least I can get them on the auction house. Someone's obviously bought the ones I had, which has been a good profit. Could be a late raid start. Yeah, it could be. That's not my lane. You never know. Or maybe even they run out and they need to go pick some more up. You never know. Oh, you sell more after the raid than before the raid. Interesting, Costo. Or like you buy them halfway through the raid on your other account because you forgot to stock up. Right, well, let's make sure I get these on then, because you never know, there'll be people wanting their feasts. Let's go head on over. Or a restock during or directly after. Okay, so it seems like the consensus is get them on, which is always a good thing. Let's post them on. Try to post them in stacks of 20 if you can. Get a bit more for them. Oh, good idea, Excelsius. I have actually set mine to only make 15. Maybe I need to up that a little bit. What is my posting of? I'll go check my operation for crafting and posting for lavish feasts. Can't make sales if you don't have anything on the auction house. Exactly. There's no point it sitting in your mail or in the bags. You've got to be in it to win it. Right. Those are on. You love experimenting, TJ. Yeah, it depends really on your curiosity, doesn't it? You can sell other services. No need for the auction house. Yes, there are other services, aren't there? Like boosting. I know people do that. Right. Large meals. No. Feasts. There it is. Group operations. So we're doing it in 20s mainly. Or strange services and gold share. Yeah, I probably wouldn't go there myself personally, pointy gnome. So crafting feasts. Here we go. So I'm currently got a max restock quantity of 15 with a profit of 100. I'm thinking that I need to up this to 40. Or maybe even as much as 50. Don't know. Check Discord in a minute. Okay, Costa, will do. 40. How many are usually on? Let's look at the Undermine journal. Lavish. Search for that. Lavish Suramar Feast. Currently about 135 available. Quantity wise, they do run out, it looks like. Looking at this on my server, let's just move that back. There we go. You just left Silvermoon. It was pretty slow, I believe. I remember you saying. TJ, wasn't it? Right, so looking at this, price has just spiked. Supply's gone down. I mean, kind of hundreds. What's that? 486, 500 quantity-wise. But it looks like recently the quantity's gone down. So I wonder if someone's been what's this? The available quantity went from 1,000 and down. That's when the API was down. You just started from scratch, I think, didn't you, TJ? Oh, account suspension. Didn't realise that, TJ. And whilst I'm there, oops, let's just pop that back. I'll just check the Discord. There we are. And there, oh, I can't see that. Quantity sold 198. Okay. Quite a lot then, Costa. Okay, I'm with you now. Right, you are. Oh, it was fishing, was it? Whoops. In which case, I'm going to up this to 50. Let's up my lavish feasts. Probably not that much, actually. Yes, no, I'm going to do that much. Let's try it. Let's see how it goes. 15 to 50. We've got the stock for it, so we might as well put it on. So cooking wise, that's going to be a big restock. If it comes back, you can still resell it. Yeah, absolutely, Costa. I think that makes sense. The auction house has a fridge. That's a good point. They never go off, do they? Alright, okay. Cooking. Restock. So, 35 lavish feasts, apparently, would be a profit of 23,000. Now, can I make this all in bulk? 11 of each of those. Can I pick everything up? Only the one account. Okay, TJ, not all 5. That would have been quite extreme. I'd be worried about your activities if it was all 5. Good evening, 94s. Thanks for stopping by the stream. How are you doing this fine evening? I hope you are all well. We're just going through doing a big batch of cooking. With our chef's hat, it's going to be super duper easy. Right, we need each of these, isn't it? Barracuda, check. Drogba, check. Koi, yeah. Labacute, yeah. There's 11 of each of those, of the large meals. And I need 11 of each, all at rank 3, so queue that. I know my Labacute ribs aren't showing a profit, but overall it will be a profit. Yeah, because it's saying 27,000 there. Doing great. Hope everyone had a fine day. I think we had a mixed bag in the chat today, but hopefully I think people are starting to perk up and feeling more positive. Fingers crossed. So now, here comes the power of the cooking hat. Let's see how quickly we can do these. Oh, Silver Moon's gone quicker now, has it, Pointy Gnome? That's pretty good. I'm glad about that, because I know people were saying it was super slow, which would have been a bit of a problem. I'm crafting so fast the graphics can't keep up. Absolutely, that's not my lane. That's how good the chef's hat is. It's absolutely brilliant. You're going to have bag room problems, you bet you. I better not look, had I? Oh no, we got some free space. Let's hope. This could be a problem. As long as I can get the salmon done and fit that in, we might be alright. Come on, you can make it. Or if I can't do them all. Yep, we're in, we just made it. Just by the skin of our bag space. There we go. Now the feast can come aplenty. Is the Draenor auction house slow as well? Okay. That's not fun. Close call. Yeah, it was Kostoke. I was on the edge for sure. You make 100 at a time and always get into trouble. Yeah, and I imagine your bags are a lot more organised than mine are. Because they are certainly not organised. And there's a load of stuff in there. So with all those feasts, let's... Whoops, wrong bag. There we go. Let's stick them on. The Draenor pop's ridiculous with something like 700,000 haul last. God, that is a lot. I'm about a third or a quarter of that here on Shadow Song. I barely have that many. Bag organisation is very important. Yes, I understand the principle of bag organisation. And then I've got Addy bags to make me look like it's organised, but in reality, it's an absolute mess. Oh, Draenor's Undercut City, is it? It's amazing how all the different markets obviously are going to be active in different ways. And obviously, as such a high pop server is going to have its stiff competition. Yeah, Addy bags is a godsend for that. If only it could sort my guild bank out, then that would be easier. There we go. So that's our lavish feasts on, which is brilliant. Got a few things that didn't make it through. We need to can make these. Let's clear up my bags a little bit. Ooh, fashionable waste. I got an achievement in something I never do. There we go. But Magtheridon, where your sights are set, you think, is 290, 50-50 split. Should be nice to try and establish a market. Yeah, that sounds like a nice mix, that one, TJ. Thank you, 90 Force. I'm not sure what that achievement gets me, if anything. What have we got? Felcast bracers. We could sell. Interesting that doesn't have a... Oh, it does have a disenchant value. 12 gold disenchant value, 4 gold vendor sell, so we'll disenchant. 34 gold disenchant value, so I'll have that. And that's a 34 gold disenchant value. How about all these bits of armour and weapons? That's got a market. Does anyone know why the token price is 2 to 3 times of the US? I don't know exactly why that is, 94. So I think it's probably just down to the nature of the kind of people who play, and it's forced the prices up, or it could be the actual economy itself and the currencies involved. I honestly don't know. Or you could go for the PvP realm transmog market on Outland. That could work, TJ. If you're okay with PvP. Obviously they've got the new PvP flagging thing in, so that's another matter. Do I want to put that on or sell it? I think I might actually vendor that one. Your take is that people. It says people in the US are more likely to purchase a token with cash than people in the EU. That could be a good point. Yeah. EU tokens are made in Paris. Good one, Hayes. Yeah. I don't know. It could be down to that. It could be down to the mentality of the populace. You have to leave the auction house to get PvP killed. That is true. Grey woolen robe has not been put on at the moment, nor my tuxedo jacket. That's got quite a high vendor sell price. Let's go and sell some of these.
Making a special purchase?
We're gonna sell, I think, this, because I don't think the 383 is really worth it for the low movement on here. That we're keeping. That's gonna sell. That's going to sell. That radiant breastplate should be worth something, so I'm going to keep that. And that's close to the disenchant value, so I'm going to sell. Tuxedo pants we're keeping. Talon gauntlets, 8 vendor. It's worth me more to sell it. There we go. Okay. Wish you could see Slash played in auction house. Yeah, God knows how long I've spent in the auction house since I discovered gold making. Could be there's more players in the EU, so more people buying tokens in the EU in comparison to the US. Could be that. You're on a PvE server and some from the Horde has fun killing the auctioneers. Yeah, I get that 94s as well. So everyone's standing there super awkwardly. Yeah, I get that a lot. I tend to... I like the Dwarven auction house because it tends to happen a bit less. I mean, obviously you can go to things like your garrison and do sort of that stuff. Antonidas, the German server. Yeah. It's annoying when it happens, for sure. I've had it happen. Vendor sell is 23. Let's sell that one. Even filigreed shirt we're keeping because we made it. And that we're going to vendor for more. That we're going to vendor for more. And that is apparently worth a lot. Hammer of the Quick Blade. That's supposed to sell for about 5,000. Interesting. Or 10,000 if you're on 8,000 on region. Okay. Nobody used the Night Elf auction house. Yeah, that's true. I don't ever go to that one for sure. Or actually even the Iron Forge one. That's good because you can use the braziers as a cooking file. List it, yeah, definitely. I think so, TJ. That one's a definite list. That's a definite vendor because obviously it's soulbound. Why is that gone? I'm sure I just clicked on that. Try that again. Oh. Something's bugged out. Try that again.
Hi, how are you?
Weapon, doing that one. Right, we're selling that one. And that one we're selling. There we go. Hi, Corbin Goodcat. Thanks for stopping by the stream. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Oh, and hey, Pornista. I didn't catch you popping in there. You use the Night Elf for all your tunes. You've got to love quietness. Yeah, I do like that. I like a little bit of activity. I've always enjoyed the Dwarven district here. So chilled out there. Nice to fly around the trees whilst listening to Sam. That's nice. What do I suggest when mats are more expensive than the crafting itself? Alchemist here. Interesting. Try and either get the price of the things you're selling higher, or try and reduce the price of the way you get your mats. Would be the two things I can think of, Corbin. Doing great here. Thank you very much. Thanks for stopping by. That's not my lane. Hope to see you again soon. So yeah, with the mat prices, Corbin, it really is a case of either resetting the market on the stuff you're selling to try and put the price higher, but then the other thing is really to buy the mats or get hold of the mats cheaper than they're currently listed for. That's the trick, is to buy at the really low points, so you've got some stock ahead of time if you can. That's kind of my take on it anyway. You're using the auction house in Shrine, yeah. That's I hear that's a good one because you don't have to move so much. Your mat operation is to purchase for 60% DB market. Yeah, that's worked out all right for you, hasn't it, TJ? I think it's the only thing you can do. Hey, Norexius, thanks for stopping by. You like the auction house in the Valley of the Spirits? Ah, I've not seen that one. Raise the price or lower the cost. Yeah, that's pretty much your two options. Or leave the market for a while and come back to it another time. You know, that's when diversifying helps. Those are the other options. Standing in one spot, having the Guild Bank, mailbox and auction house in reach, and Toons Bank passing by in reach every couple of minutes. Yeah, that's pretty good, Soul Maestro. I haven't checked it out myself, but I do hear it's quite good. Oh, we just sold a Binding of Haste. It's in a tower, bank next to the auction house. Oh, okay. Yeah, abandoning the market and coming back another time is an option. It depends how much you're invested in that market and whether you think you can manipulate it to work in your favour. Not a lot of people go there, so it's great. Yeah, that's true. The old Dalaran auction house is quite nice as well, except you do have to jump down the stairs to get to the mailbox, and the Guild Bank's a little bit of a trek. Have I got... This is my transmoggy type thing. So I'm going to post this on. There's 4 auctions on at the moment, so I'm going to post mine up. I'm going to add mine into the group. Wow, thank you, Shin, for the host. That's extremely kind of you. I hope you had a good stream tonight. How are you doing this fine evening? And welcome everyone who's popped by from Shin's stream. We're currently just going through our usual auctioning operations at the moment. So we're going through... I think we've restocked on everything now. Well, we're just going through and trying to tidy up my bags, which are their usual mess. If you invest too much in one market, you are too dependent. That's true, 94s, definitely. Hey Jack, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Now, I'm going to post that on... Oh, look, that's quite good. We're going for normal price, so 8,800. That could work. Ready for bed, so not stopping. No worries, Shin. Thanks ever so much for the host. And you have a good rest, and hope I get to see you soon. Doing good. Excellent, Jack. Good to hear. We're going to pop over to Dalaran. And we're going to go pay a visit to my good old friend Nomi. And see what we've got with Nomi. how's the selling going? It's going pretty well, thank you, Jack. We had a good night from Wednesday night sales. We got about 50,000 gold. We've just restocked. We've upped our quantities of lavish serum, our feasts. So we got a good 50 put on there now. Thanks to the cooking hand, making that super duper easy. So here's hoping for some more cooking sales. Helped someone last night with their strings. Min price for everything was 35% DB market, and normal was 70% DB market. Okay. Yeah, so it's probably just worth bumping those up a little bit. I mean, it's not so much a loss, but it's not maximising profits for sure. He is a great guy, Nomi. We just needed a little bit more luck. We need 2 more Broken Isles recipe scraps, and then we're done, I believe. Hopefully, fingers crossed, one day we'll get those. They just got back to me, not made a loss at all today, and made more than usual for the mats. Well, that's cool, TJ. That's a good start, isn't it? Certainly. Those, another 6. Thank you very much, please, Nomi. And how's our Centinex doing? We've still got a day left on that one. How's the World Quest looking? Let's have a look at those. Any good Bloods ones? Hi, Goblin Academy. How are you? Ooh, we've got some good ones there. 10 Enchant Cloak, Word of Agility for 10 Bloods. And then some Demons and some Nether Shards for that one from the Invasion. Nice to help people, exactly. Maybe the drawing helped. Yeah, it probably did, 94s. No, it's nice to pass on the knowledge, even when you don't have a lot of knowledge. I didn't when I started this. It was nice to be able to at least pass forward what knowledge I did know. So, yeah, we want that one. Yeah, we want that one. And yeah, we want that one. But probably Enchant Cloak, Word of Agility. Let's just check. Doing great. Just got done with stream. Had a couple of viewers, but only your second day. So still more to go. Excellent, Goblin Academy. Well, it's, that's how we all started. Sam's still a noob. Confirmed. Absolutely, TJ. Costa will definitely attest to that, won't you? There's plenty I don't know. The more I know, the more I realise I don't know, as the saying goes. So looking at these, we wanted... That was Cloak, Word of Agility, so make sure I can make that first. Only on hunters, yeah. My hunter skills are pretty dire, I must admit. We're all noobs to some extent, TJ. Cloak of Agility. Where is it? Word of Agility, that's expensive. Excuse me. 12 Leylight Shards. So 12 Leylight Shards is quite expensive for 10 Bloods. 10 Bloods, actually no, 10 Bloods is worth about 2,500 to me. And 12 Leylights is worth about 600 to me. So that's actually worth it. It was Enchant Cloak, Word of Agility, wasn't it? Before I make it. Which one was it? Enchant Cloak, Word of Agility. Yes, it was. There we go. Yeah, we're learning so much every day. Absolutely, Costa. It's a great experience, though. This is the thing. Is the real nice thing about the gold making community is everyone is, you know, just helping each other out. Now, the thing I missed, and last time I tried to do this whilst I wasn't near a mailbox, was the whole ley light problem, which again, we've run out of ley lights. I hadn't checked for Shalderai silk, so I'm not sure if I can get any more of those. So we're going to, as there's a mailbox just here, we're going to pop over to Earthen and make some braces to make some ley lights. I think that's going to be the bestest option for getting some quick ley lights, because Earthen can make all hide braces till the cows come home, because he's got so much stone hide, which is really, really nice, which I picked up for a good price. So I'm basically turning that into ley light on an as needed basis. So we'll go through Earthen and do your ley lights. So going on, we need do that, post that, probably just do a batch of them. I think I won't do the whole mailbox shuffle things. Do I play with 1 or 2 accounts? I just play with the 194s. Poor Mr. Potato couldn't cope with 2 accounts. He can only just cope with 1 account, so to do 2 would be, I think, pushing his capabilities. Even though you can turn the graphics quality down quite a lot, what with me streaming and all, I've just got the 1 account. Switch to that. Make a whole load of bindings. There we go, we'll fill up the bag. And then we'll just post it the once. Because Sam won't have that much bag space anyway. Whilst that's going, I'm just going to quickly top up my water and I'll come back. Thank you, TJ. I'll take that as a compliment, hopefully. So we're back. We've nearly made all our braces that we needed to make. Thank you, 94s. And I'm going to send these over to Samadan to do his disenchanting on them. Right, that's the last one. Cancel out of that. And then, oh, we picked up that, didn't we? That got sent back. Sold 10 drums, which is nice. So we're going to mail selected first. Get rid of that from our bags. And that's done. I'll leave that in the mail for now, because I don't want to risk that bug coming back, which we had the other day. And then we'll swap back over to Samadan and get those disenchanted, so we can then go pick up the Bloods mission, which was 10 Bloods, which is pretty decent. Right, here we go. Once Mr. Potato sorted himself out. Maybe I'm going to have to do that cache thing again to clear it. That's a little bit slower than before. Right, okay, multiple items. Open mail. Do we get them all? Yes, excellent. Right, let's disenchant these ones. Gumdrops had a technical problem today, did he? Oh, okay. What was the issue? Was it to do with WoW, was it? Maybe it's something that... Was it to do with the loading times? Because that was a definite issue I had until I cleared the cache, which seemed to really help it. Help it for a little while at least. Black screen, his RAM crashed. Oh god, that sounds... I hope he managed to get that sorted. That doesn't sound great at all. Had to reboot the whole stream. Alright. I'm glad I managed to get it back. Yeah, RAM's a tricky one. Because it doesn't really throw an error that makes sense a lot of the time. I mean, the RAM I picked up for Mr. Potato was pretty cheap, so his screens went black during the stream whilst the stream continued to work. Yeah, it's difficult to pin down, really. He's thinking of improving it. Oh, excellent. Okay, that'll be good. Because he can run his multi-boxing stuff then, can't he? Oh, hi, Kyofin. Thanks for stopping by the stream. How are you doing this fine evening? If it's RAM, you often get a blue screen, not a screen going black. As if the PC is turned off. Ah. You've been lurking since Shin teleported us here. Well, thank you ever so much for staying with us. Your company is most welcome. Yeah, if it's black screen, I would normally think, okay, it's the graphics card. Would be my first thought. Doing very well, thank you, Kyfin. We had a really nice day today. I really enjoyed it. It's been incredibly chilled, which is kind of how I like it. So these ones are in Valshara first. That one first. I'll do that, and then where's the Legion invasion? In High Mountain. Okay. So we'll go up and round. So let's hop on a flight. Where's your flights going? Over here. What's that to hand in? Oh, that's the Lost Mail one. Okay, we'll leave that one. We'll get on this flight first. Alright, okay, so that one, then that one, then that one. Okay, so let's start with that one. There we go. Caught about 3 minutes of the creative stream this AM, but you're too tired today. No problem, Catherine. Thanks for stopping by, even for 3 minutes. It was very kind of you. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that this morning. Really pleased how it turned out, and it was nice to do something different, although I did have to completely change my stream setup, which meant we had enormous text when I started the stream today, because I forgot to change that. You only need 8.5k more rep with the Army of Light. Oh, excellent. Is that to get the Light Forged Draenor? Is it Light? No, not Light Forged. It's the which race is it to unlock? It is the Light Forged, isn't it? I got no idea where I'm at with that. I certainly haven't done it. It is. Okay. Army of the Light, Revered. So still a long way off. Where is that? 3,600 of 21,000. So yeah. That's going to take a little while. And Argusian reaches at Honoured. So that's got a little while to go as well. Time to farm those rep tokens, will quests and missions on all outs. as they are bind to account. Oh, that's a good point, so much. I didn't realise that. But as I've only got the one main character, I don't think any of my alts could really do a lot. Doing every day. Little whale. Yeah, I only got one alt. Yeah, same here. I don't really have many that are certainly not high enough level to do Argus. That's the main thing. Yeah, it does seem to be going a little bit slower, my loading, so maybe I'll have a look at clearing my cache again. I need to make that cloak. And then make that, do that, do that. There you go. They are bind on pickup, only got your main able to do them. If you've got an alt that can go onto Argus, the new ones drop as bind on account. Ah, okay. Can I fly to the next place?
What brings you here?
Not very far. Let's fly to that bit and then we'll fly the normal way for the rest of it. Bags are filling up again, so I need to sort some of this stuff out. Right, I'll fly the rest. Okay, up wings and then track the bacon. And then we can do this one, and then we can do the other 5 bloods. There you are, I think you're there, aren't you? There, smite. 3, smite. Sale, auction of haste. Collect the bacon. Don't have any skinning, so we'll head on over to the next one, which is over here somewhere. Legion wise, oh, we've got to go. Actually, that's going to cause a problem, isn't it? Flying through there. Let's go around this way. Avoid the thing that teleports you out of the way. And we'll go up a high mountain. Got a little tour through the trees. Over to high mountain. There we go. That one's there. Right, let's head over that direction. We really need to be in that direction, so let's... Oh, that's the true shot lodge though, so we'll avoid that. I'll head this way. There we go. You found the hell out of Argus on your boomy, then team, when you notice that, sending them all to the main to unlock those allied forces. Or you already had the achievements for the Horde ones. That sounds like a pretty good idea, Soul Maestro. Right, oh, we need to go up this way. Yeah, definitely going the wrong way. Hold on. Okay, round here we go. Horde was easy, was it? But Alliance is trickier. What do you need to do for the Horde side? I've not actually looked at it. Oh, might as well do him whilst I'm here. Literally right next to you, so might as well. Yeah, I got some help. Oh yeah. Oops, move out of the way. Orders completed if you did your quests on Broken Isle. That also gave rep needed and the achievements needed. Oh, the Nightfallen High Mountain. Yeah. Yeah, that was a tricky one. That was an easier one, certainly. I think I've gotten both of those now. I haven't done the Insurrection quest line, so I can't do that either. It's quite tough, this one, even with lots of people helping, and a bear. There we go. Done you. And then we'll head on. We're getting nether shards for this as well, which is really nice for our chaos crystals. I'm not going to do the full invasion though. I'm just going to pick up this Bloods one. There we go. There we go. Do that. Illidan's such a negative guy. He is. Yeah, the rep on Argos. I mean, if you've done a lot of Argos, then that's fine. Ah, this one. I remember this one. I've got to go into this cave, I believe, which is really tricky. Class dismissed. I'm sure it's in here. And then there's a number of things to do. I remember doing this with... Let's get a group going. Let's go through and do this with everyone. Do that, do that, do that, do that. Loot that, and then go through. We need to do some portals, read some books. Do that. Just got a mount. It's only 1 to 30, but it's still a mount. That's cool. How you managed to not with just then beyond me. You went to change your call, dropped your call into the toilet seat, dropped your on the side of the sink, and broke the tip of your bottle. Oh, you're so close. Lambent Mana Ray. Ooh, that sounds nice. Oh, we got some silk. Oh, the guy's just gone. Okay, need that. Open this up. Oh, no. Yeah, whoops, that's got me. Help you out. You can have a few. There you go, do that. Oh, more have spawned. Oh, it's getting a bit hectic here. Hold on. Alright, I'll do this. Fists coming up. There we go. Getting some silk. That's nice though. Might collect up some more. Yep, more silk. Even better. We're just waiting for the big guy to spawn. And we need... Yeah. These are round areas. Do that, do that. Do some AoE, because everyone's piling in now. That's a bit nuts. There we go. Do I use the shoulder enchant? I've got Boon of the Blood Hunter, Hieronymus, that seems to work for most situations for me. Let's leave the group and leg it, because it'll phase it as I run. There we go. If I were to watch other streamers, what content would I be watching? I guess there would be a mix of stuff really, TJ. I tend to like people who are in a similar vein to myself. I struggle to watch high energy streams simply because that's not the way I'm inclined. And it doesn't really matter the game, but although my main interest is in World of Warcraft, so I'll gravitate towards that. How often does it proc? Not too often. Usually if I was to be out hunting for an hour, it would have procced in that once in that time. I'd imagine 18 silk through that, so that was okay. I'm not going to bother with the other ones, so I'll go to my garrison and just pick those up. Chill, WoW farms, gold making, yeah, that kind of thing, TJ, basically. But then other streams as well. But generally my focus tends to be on that, yes. But usually if I'm watching streams or making streams myself, or I'm doing stuff with my family, my days tend to fill up quite rapidly. So I try and catch other streamers as much as I can. It's not always easy. You're still sticking to the silk one for you, though. Yeah, it all depends on what you need, really. Do I watch Gum? Absolutely. As much as I can stop in on his stream, because there's always information to be gleaned from that, and he'll always answer any questions I've got. Oh yes, Occupa. Well, I was going to say the add-ons. I don't have a list, but I'll run them through now whilst we're here. Excuse me. So I use Agis recipe list, Addy bags, which is really good, bulk buy, garrison mission manager, gatherer, handy notes, healbots just for healing. I sold more is really good for an interim one because that gives me the till sound whilst I'm using TSM4. Nomi cakes is super useful. NPC scan has been really good for Draenor. The World Quest Group Finder and the World Quest Tracker. Obviously this little app called TSM, not sure what that does. And Cecile's Recipe Tooltip is the ones I have. The main ones obviously that I use are TSM, Nomi Cakes, I Sold More, and Handy Notes has been pretty good. And then Addy bags, obviously, really need Addy bags for me. No problem, Occupa. Sorry I forgot to do that earlier. There we go, do that, and then we'll pick up our herbs. We're going to stop by the trading post. I'm a busy bee. I am indeed, but I also forget quite a lot, as people will attest to. Which isn't the best really when people are trying to help you out. Right, let's pick up my herbs. Just doing our garrison routines because they're quite quick to do. So far you subbed here, follow Gun, Shim, Sharkan, Sublevel, Extoria, Kimmick and Umran. Kimmick and Umran's are ones I'm not familiar with, TJ. I've not caught them online, but definitely Gum, Shin, Sharkan, Sublevel. If you manage to catch Zionic and Shara or Gold Queen's stream, they're both extremely knowledgeable and informative. And that one, and that one. There you go. Never managed to catch them. No, I very rarely do. I think the timing might be different towards when I'm available to be able to do it, but they do stream from time to time. Likewise with Gold Queen if she's still around. Not sure if you're hanging out still, Gold Queen, but whenever you stream, I'm always learning something. Kind of random since a couple of weeks, yeah. That's the thing, everyone has their lives, obviously, and not everyone can stream a lot. I mean, I'm only streaming so much now because I'm currently, I've got the time to be able to do it, but obviously when my work changes, then I won't be able to do it so much. But that's how life flows, and it adapts, really. We'll do that, done that, don't need to do that. That's pretty much all I need to do. Just checking if I've got any rush work orders, which I don't. We've done the reputation stuff already, so that's good. Quite pleased about that. Right, okay, let's head back. Auction house then. We've done our main routines with Samadan, which means we can move on to Earthen and have a look at what Earthen's got. Leatherworking wise. Streaming Friday and Saturday. Okay, TJ. If I could, would I make streaming my main source of income? I think so, 94. So I really do enjoy it. It's not just the streaming as well, it's the whole thing all around WoW, all the sort of like the making videos on YouTube, doing the creative side of things. So it's kind of encompasses the whole thing. Okay, Friday 9 till 5 a.m. TJ. That's pretty long.
What's happening?
I don't think I'd have the stamina to do that. I mean, I've done a couple of 5-hour streams now, but mainly mine started off really just as sort of like 1-hour streams. You don't sleep much. Oh well, thank you, Cyberblast, for the donation. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you ever so much. I'll definitely pop some thumbs up. Thank you ever so much. Super duper kind of you. Thank you. More uptime equals more viewers equals more interaction. People learn more. Exactly, TJ. That's the theory anyway. But thank you, Cyber. That was very kind of you. We need to do some tailoring cooldowns. Hexweave cloth we can make. We can do that. Anyone here use Zygor guides? That rings a bell, TJ, but I'm not fully au fait with it, to be honest. Alright, that one. So we need to do some shopping. No problem, just keep it up. Well, thank you very much. Very kind of you. It's like a WoW Swiss Army knife. Oh, okay. You used Zygor when Lich King was current. Right, okay. Been around a while. I think that's probably where I remember the name from. Wind Walls at 2 gold 38. Now, that I know that's much higher than I've normally been buying it for, but I could really do with it for my Gladiators stuff. And as it's some stacks of 200, I'm going to pick some of it up. Just maybe a stack or two. And you never used it. Old Guildmaster used it for levelling and followed it blindly. You were faster doing it on your own. He still follows the old Zygor guys even now with the scaling. Oh, they made the levelling guide. That was it, the big levelling guide, wasn't it? Did I make a TSM shopping selling string myself? Yes, I did, 90 Force. It's pretty much the shopping's based off of average buy. And I literally just today made a video about how I set up my shopping and auctioning strings. Can I show us your accounting tab? As in... where is it? This one, Orbis. The one that's got the gold graph on it. Or my actual ledger that's got all the different bits, like the summary. I can show you both. Oh, they made a leveling guide. I see what you mean, Sun Maestro. You use it for finding location of pets and mounts. Ah. The graph. Okay, no problem. Here's the graph. So that's the past year. So I started back August 2017. We made a bunch of gold, bought some tokens, made a big bunch of gold, bought 5 tokens, and now we're back up here. We got up to, like the past month, we got up to 1,100,000, and then I bought another token, and then we're back up to 890,000 at the moment. So that's kind of like where we're currently at. But obviously, yes, buying the tokens has cost us. But then we've gotten game time out of it, so that's always good. Any bolts that are cheap? You've not used handy notes much. Yeah, handy notes I found really useful for Draenor. That's been the main thing for me. Bolt of linen cloth for super cheap-ish price. We'll take those. Everything else we'll leave. Ooh, now you were saying, Kostok, about soul cloth earlier. We could probably do with looking into that. What was soul cloth itself? Soul cloth. With your GW2 UI, Zygot and TSM, your PC runs like old Mr. Potato. Yeah, I think too many add-ons can kill it. Okay, so we've got Bolt of Soul Cloth for 365 gold. Interesting. And then we've got Soul Cloth Vest and Soul Cloth Shoulders, which seem to be quite decently priced. So I could probably do with picking up those patterns. I need to get back to that. Have a look into that. Let's go through the main shopping bits first. Pick those up. And then we'll do what we'll do next. Then we'll move on to leatherworking. Need to expand that, or we can pick up that wind wool, and then we can make some stuff with that. Magnificent hide at 99. That does seem quite reasonable, actually. I'm going to pick some of that up, at least 2 of them anyway, because I'm using that. And there's another one. There's 5. Okay. I'm going to leave 1 though. Did I already post the YouTube for the shopping strings? Yes, I did, Grace. Let me see if I can find it somewhere. Where is this? Not that one. Ah, there it is. This one. So that video I just went through really basically with Enchanting as my example, and that basically went through using TSM 4 beta for all the shopping and crafting and group setup, just kind of like a really basic way. Long loading screen delays. Yes, clearing out the cache, TJ, is the way that fixes that, definitely. I did it a few days ago. It looks like you might have to do it a few times, but it is the way to do it. Oh, look at these. Exotic leather's super cheap. I want that. And I want actually as much as I can get. Another 4. There we go. Good luck finding your cache folder in that location. You do it every day before you start playing. That's not a bad idea actually, Excelsius. I might have to start doing it. Yeah, I do the one that Blizzard posted about doing the search for program data and just deleting the Blizzard folder. That works quite well for me. Take that one and those 2 and leave the rest. Raw beast hide. We've got lots of. Borean leather. I don't have a lot of. So I'll pick up some. Certainly the cheap ones. 26, 50 and 174. Yeah, not the whole Blizzard folder that includes the what it was. Let me find it. Where is it? This one was in my notes. Yeah, it's this one. So you basically close anything open, any WoW, and make sure Blizzard's not running, and then you just open up the task manager and just make sure that like the Blizzard update agent isn't running as well, and kill that. And then you can do Windows key and R, and then copy and paste in percentage program data, and press enter, and then that'll give you an automatic sort of like easy way to get to and find a Blizzard Entertainment folder and just delete the whole folder, and that gets rid of all that stuff for you quite easily. It saves you having to root around for your cache folder. You collect the games in that Blizzard folder so that if you ever need to move them to clear space on your C or spread the load, you can just take it and move it all. Yeah, I mean, not all my Blizzard games are in there, in the C drive certainly. It's only WoW that I put on the C drive because it's faster on the SSD. Yes, you could do a bat file. I haven't done a bat file in years though, TJ, but yeah, I guess that would still work. Which other Blizz games do I play? I don't actually play a lot of them. I did enjoy StarCraft, going through the single player campaign, not multiplayer. And I have tried Overwatch with my son. I'm not particularly good at it, to be honest. I did get Diablo 3, but again didn't get on with it so well. So World of Warcraft has and always will remain my main one. Although I do have the Warcraft 3 collector's box, and I really enjoyed playing that when, that was before WoW came out though. So we're talking a few years ago. You love batch files. That's why you love fiddling around with the groups and operations so much, probably, TJ. Oh, hello, Puddy Tat. You come to lie on the floor. How are the Legion enchanting materials looking? That's my next question. Chaos crystals down to 199. They're just tipping underneath 200 gold. You're a programmer at heart with no languages under your belt. Well, that's fair enough, TJ. You could always learn the languages. So we're down to 2550 chaos crystals, so we've still got plenty. We're not hoping to learn C# in the near future. Okay, that's probably a good pick, I imagine. I've not learnt it myself. Temporal crystal shopping. Let's have a look at this. Luminous shards look cheap. They look super cheap. 1 gold 76. I'll take that, and I'll take that. 1 of 3. That's nice. Volatiles, how are they looking? You're an amateur with Python. Python I could do with learning, actually. That would be quite a nice one because it's used in my graphics program. Volatile fire at 44. Oh, we haven't got many of them, so let's pick them up. And there's another 2, so I'll pick them up. How much are there that's under percentage? Quite a few, actually. Let's take the 10. And what's my purchase price? 48. There we go. There we go. Oh, you're off, TJ. Okay, well, have a great evening. I hope to see you again soon. Batch files makes you think about your last work, where you used to move 20 plus folders anytime you ended up prepping some demo, teaching stuff of the HR software you supported. It was hour work manually with a batch only a double click, and hoping the people who managed the file servers didn't call as those batches want a full CPU disk I/O. Yeah, no problem, TJ. I hope you. Well, it sounds like you've already got things resolved, so I hope you. I'm glad you certainly feel better. That's at least a good thing. Alright, I'm going to just have a few of these. Maybe I'll buy 6 of those. There we go. And walls of Draenor herbs. Let's go shopping for those. Anything under a gold would be nice. There's some fireweed up for cheap. Talador orchids at 12 gold. No thank you. But the others, starflower, will take the 19, but leave 1. Three, 2, 1. Done. And then I'm going to take the 8 as well. And I'll take the 5. Fireweed, on the other hand, there's the 12 of 1, which I'm going to take 11 of. And then I'll take the 10, the 7, the 6, the 5, and the 6. And Nagrand, Fire Bloom. Oh, there's quite a few here. I'll leave the 8. I'll take the 12, the 185, and the 199. And I'll take the 100 as well. There we go. Right, that's cool. Got some of those. Then off of that onto ingredients. Take that one off. Search for that. Let's see what ingredients we've got. Could you do me a favour explaining why I do what I do? That's a big question, 94th. Specifically what? The shopping or the crafting or what specifically did you want to know? And hi E7, thanks for stopping by the stream. How are you doing? Oh, I'm buying because, okay, most of these things, so this group, the good stuff group is, this is the cooking group, so this is all my cooking ingredients. I put all these into one group, so basically what I'm doing is I've got them in a shopping list, so I'm only buying them when they're cheap, so I'm getting my average buy price down. This percentage here, is based on my average buy price. So if you look at the middle number under purchased, my Runescale Koi, I've been buying for 8 gold 88, and I've got 2,200 of them, so I've got a good stock of them. So I'm going to look at I'd look at my stock, I'd look at my average buy price. I'm mainly looking at the ones that are under my average buy price, and then I'd go, okay, well, I want to buy Runescale Koi, but I've got 2,000 of them, so I wouldn't buy those. You're doing okay? Excellent. I'm doing very well here, thank you very much, E7. You made around 20k. Well, that's a nice profit, certainly. Let's hope you can keep those going. So basically, the thing I'm looking here, 94, is I'm looking mainly at my stock value in my inventory. So I've got 1,700 of these, so even though they're cheap, I'm not going to buy them. Black Barracuda is 2,500, so I've got, for me, enough stock of those. 2,400, so I've got over 2,000 of each of these, and those, and those. So I'm not going to really buy any of these at the moment. But if there was something I'm running low on, like, say my bacon at the moment, I've only got 594 of. But because they're over my average buy price, I'm not going to buy them now, and I'll wait and have a look to see if they're cheaper. The thing to watch out for of this, obviously, is if I am running low on stock on something, like maybe gem chips, then I'll need to maybe buy them at a higher price, which is why I'm showing over my price as well. So this is one of my many shopping operations, and these are all for the things that I want to buy and stock up on. And the best way for me to stock up on them is to get them cheaply. So those are the main things really for there. And then the selling ones is basically based on, the sale rate and what things I find are useful. So it depends entirely on that. Mainly my professions, cooking, enchanting, tailoring, are the ones that I really sort of focus on. And then you look at things like the sale rate and the profits, and you try them out, basically. Although I find with my cloth armour, they're not selling so well for me at the moment. But the bags, the silkweave satchels, are selling quite well for me at the moment. The profit's not great, but it's still okay. The problem I'm finding now with the silkweave satchels is the price of Shalderai silk is too high for me to make a profit. The purchase price there for my silk is 4 gold 93, and I can't pick it up for that cheap at the moment, so I'm not making any silkweave satchels at the moment, but I will make them if I can pick up some silk cheaply. So that's the theory on those. And then the other things I'm doing is like my daily cooldowns, pick up all my shopping that I've just got. So I'm going to fill up my bags again with those. So I hope that helps explain a bit of the thinking behind it. I mean, the main things I do is I shop for materials cheap, and then turn them into using my professions, turn them into something that I can sell for more than I bought the materials for. No problem. It's kind of just like being a craftsman in the real world. You take your raw materials and then you turn it into something else using your skills, and then sell that for a profit. Right, that's those opened. So now that I've got those, I've got some more windwheel cloth, which is what I've been waiting for. So what I need to do is make some bolts of windwheel cloth, and then I can do my daily cooldowns Mr. Pandaria, Celestial Cloth and Imperial Cloth, and those can then be turned into the Gladiator PvP gear, and every time I make one of these I learn a new recipe, which has been really good in expanding my number of recipes, because basically I want to get the number of learnt recipes to maximum and the number of unlearned recipes to minimum. As you can see, there's still quite a lot that I've got to go and learn. There's a few more crafted gladiator stuff that I need to learn, so I'm slowly going through those. See, I haven't finished all the tailoring stuff actually. Probably worth going through and doing those at some point. Not that they particularly sell, to be honest. Going to make all these bolts of windwall cloth because I'm going to use these up definitely. Is Gladiator's gear selling for me? I have had a couple of sales E7 since I've started. There isn't a lot of competition. The profits are quite big on my realm for the leather gladiator stuff. The cloth not so much so, but there's not a lot of competition. So what I'm doing is every time, the kind of routine I'm doing now is putting one on each time, and when I learn something new I add that on, and so I've got a list of all of them that I'm putting on. I've sold a couple of items in the last sort of week that I've been doing it. So for instance, I'll just make this one up, and then that's taught me the Malevolent Silk Amice, so I'd look up that. It's the Malevolent one, that one, so I'll make that. And then I'll do my other cooldown, which is Imperial Silk, and I'll create that. And that's Dreadful Silk Trousers. Doesn't sound great. Silk. So Dreadful Silk Trousers is that one. I'll make that one. And then with those two in my bags, I can add them to my group, which I've got down here in Tailoring, Gladiators Tailoring. And then these two that I've just made, I can add to my main Gladiators list, which is sell one of each. So that's that. And then I'll go and put those on. And if they sell, then I'll make a new one. If they don't sell, then they'll stay on the auction house and I'll just keep relisting them until they do. So hopefully once I've got them all on, then I'm at least going to sell maybe one every now and again, which will offset the posting price of them. I mean, the costs of the sale price are about 900, so the profit's about 800, so it's not massive, but it's another market, and that's the thing, is just diversifying as much as possible, get myself in as many markets as possible, which is why, you know, I'm expanding on the professions I've got, but I also want to expand on the number of professions I have, which is the next thing to do really. Secrets of Draenor Enchanting, I probably need to make another one of these. And I'm not sure whether temporal crystals are worth making. No, they are at the moment actually, because my crafting cost, what are they worth? They're worth about 21, according to that, 22. And the crafting cost using the luminous shard, because I bought those luminous shards really cheap for 6 gold, then it's worth making a temporal crystal this way. I'll do that as well. So make sure I do my daily cooldowns. And then with you done, any leather to send to Earthen needs to be sent. Well, that's one of the sales coming in, so we'll do that. Mail anything leather to Earthen. And then we'll switch on over. Hey, right one two. How are you? Thanks ever so much for stopping by. Good use of the chef's hat. I like it. How's your day been today? We want to go over to Earthen now. So Earthen, enter world. There goes the cat, or one of them. Pretty good. And yours? I've had an excellent day, thank you very much. I'm very relaxed, very chilled. What does the min function do again? It basically will pick the smallest amount of each of the different things. So say you had something that was crafting, the minimum between crafting and say DB market. So those two values. So TSM would look at what the crafting cost of something was and say that was 100 gold, and say it would look at the DB market and maybe that was 200 gold. It would say, well, the minimum of those two is the one that's 100 gold, the crafting one. So it would pick that over the other one. So it's kind of handy to use the min, the max and the average. They're nice little sort of statistical things to make use of. Let's pick up the mail, which we've got. So now Earthen can do his daily cooldowns. Now he's doing the gladiators as well, so it's the same process. So we go into the standard UI. We're going to do burnished leather because that's on a daily cooldown. And we've got lots of raw beast hide. Pick up some more secrets of leatherworking because there's recipes to buy. Magnificent leather is a loss to make at the moment, but it does give us a pattern, so I'm doing it regardless. And that gives us, oh, that's new, a Quillen hide helm. Not heard of that one before. Quillen hide helm. Now this is going to cost a lot, and it needs haunting spirits. So it's going to need a lot of magnificent hides. Quillens sell good and good profit for you. Ah, okay. It's just a question of me getting hold of these enough magnificent hides and enough haunting spirits. We do have some in the guild bank, it would seem. 128. So we could make one of these. Crafting cost is... What's the material cost of this? 100, which is based off my purchase price. And magnificent hide mat cost is coming in at about 121, which, what with my making them and the buying of them, pick them up, pick up the haunting every time I need them. Okay, let's have a look. We need to swap back over to Samadan, I think. Just have a look at these and check my shopping operation. Right. Quick swap out and a swap back in. Just check this out. It's nice when you find something new that you haven't learnt to make and then adding it to your group. This is what I want to do, really, is expand on my markets. Good evening, McBainey. It's a little bit of a late one, yeah. I'm probably going to go for another half hour or so, depending on how I get on with Earthen. But yes, I've got a late one tonight, and then an early one during the day tomorrow is my next stream. And then the next one after that's going to be another late one on Saturday. They come from disenchanting the older raids, right, like the Isle of Thunder. Oh, okay, right. What's that? That's... We could vendor that, or we can disenchant that for more. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm actually meant to disenchant it. Do I do sniping too? No, I don't tend to 94, simply because it's... oh, Blingtron. It's very slow on my server, and I don't have a second account. Now, what was I looking for? What was the name of it again? It was a purple thing, wasn't it? It's in the bank somewhere. Organisation. Not. Bet it's in here. Here it is. Haunting Spirit, was it? Where's all my Haunting Spirit? So we've got 4 there. And we've got 124 there. Right, we've got loads. There you go. Second tab. Thank you. Haunting first page. Well, you guys spotted it way before me. So, have we got Haunting Spirit in my good stuff? I do believe I have it in my shopping operation already. Let's just double check that. So, I'm going to move this out of here and put it into there, because I like to have those two side by side. And then in my good stuff, yeah, we've got Haunting Spirit in here. What I want to do actually is I'm going to take Haunting Spirit out of there, and I'm going to put it in my leatherworking items, because it looks like it's something that's going to be useful. And the good thing about this group is it does have a sends to earthen operation attached to it. So anything in the leatherworking section has a mailing operation, send to earthen. So that mailing operation basically says anything you've got here, send to earthen. So that should really work quite well. And we click on this. We sold a hexy bag. And then we mail selected groups. And then those Haunting Spirits will automatically get sent to earthen. Hey Pop Geek, thanks for stopping by. You watched a video today about the price of tokens and how they rise with each expansion. Definitely buy as many as you can before battle releases. Yes, basically the thing with tokens is to buy them when you can afford them and still have capital left, because they'll always go up. So just keep on buying them when you can afford to without wiping out all your gold. Oh, hello, Buddy Tat. I hope one day they make an add-on to organise the guild bank. Yes, Excelsius. There was one, and it... I tried using it as a script. You can't drink my water. Cat wants to put his face in my water. But the script was so slow, it didn't really work for me. Bank stack, that works. How does bank stack work? Bank stack is good. Hey sub-level B. Let's have a look. I'm going to add that to my list of things to put on my... Let's have a look. Bank stack. Bank stack. Add on. There we go. Right, it's going on the list. You see Haunting Spirits for under 8 gold on your server. I've already got it on my add-ons, I just haven't got around to downloading it. That explains it. There we go. Simple little add-on. Click and do like Alt for sorting or Control for sorting that. Simple. Oh, that sounds very useful. Bank stack. I'm definitely going to have to give that a look. We'll do bags, bank and guild bank. Or maximise stacks and reorganise. Ooh, I might need this. You bought 2 today and still have 1 million in the bank. That's about right, I'd say, Popgeek. I'm going every time I go under 1 million, I'm go over 1 million, I'm buying a token. See if I just catching up on the chat here. I'm all over the place. Hold on. Bank stack. Did that. Simple add-on. Did that. Why do some people crash the prices on purpose? It all depends. 94. I mean, they're obviously doing it for a reason that makes sense to them, and that may not be the same reason as your reason. So they're just basically thinking, okay, quick sales or any sales is better than no sales. So that's kind of like, it's not always going to be the first thing you think of. Back to earthen. Let's quickly do this. All people have no idea about prices. Yes, that's another one, Excelsius. Hey, Sephorium, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. How have you been? So why do people think that DB market or even region price is the price? I have no idea, Soul Maestro. It just happens to be a number that's collated, isn't it? I mean, it's a rough indication for sure, but it doesn't exactly cover everything. Alright, I'm going to pick up my Haunting Spirit. Now, what was the name of the thing that I just made? I've just learnt to make. It's going to use up my magnificent hide making it though. That's the problem. Let's turn on my filter and do have materials. It's going to be in here. What can I make? Quillen hide helm. That was it. Were there any other Quillens? I don't think I'd made any others. So a Quillen hide helm. There we go. Vendor sell price is 18. Right. Region market average is 16,000. The crafting cost is 2,500 because it takes quite a lot of magnificent hides and 8 haunting spirits, so it's quite pricey to make. So what's the appeal on this? Is it the appearance? I wonder. Is it because it's hidden behind the daily cooldown, so it's not everyone's going to have the ability to make them? I mean, sale rate is 0.04, so it's a little bit higher than... It's not amazing, but I wouldn't expect it to be amazing, to be honest. But it does look like it has profits attached to it. Let's go back to TSM 4. Let's switch to this, search for Quillen, and then go to TSM 4. We can see it here. So it doesn't know the profit because we haven't got one on before. So we're going to have to use region market to give ourselves an average for this one. So I'm going to queue one up and craft it. It's going to cost 2,500, so that's going to use up some of my magnificent hide stocks. Ooh, got an error. Interesting. Just made Quillen helm, which had recently learnt. Reload the UI on that one. At least we made it before the crash. So I'm going to make a new group just for this Quillen because it's going to use region average as my base price for now. I've got no idea how much they're going to sell for. It's the transmog, is it, Soul Maestro? Okay, well let's see if it sells on my server. Obviously, with none being available, then I can kind of set my price. Let's group. Let's actually have a look. The Undermine journal. Let's do a search for Quillen, because I'd never heard of it before. So you've got the Quillen hide boots and the Quillen hide helm. So it looks like that. Looking at it on Wowhead. Looks like a hood. Same model as Lightning Eye hood and Nine-tailed helmet. Okay. And basically it's not really been available. 72 region. Not, I mean, scatterplot wise, there's not many available. Shadow Song was last seen 2016, really? It really hasn't been seen in a long time. Okay, well, I might be a bit old getting into this market, but I'm going to put it on nonetheless, because I've made one now. So we're going to make a new leatherworking group. I'm going to add one in. I'm going to call it Quillen for now. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Where's my group? Groups. Leatherworking. New group. Let's edit it there instead. There we go. Call it Quillen. Okay. Got 2k craft costs and going for 16 plus k on your server, and you got 3 on the auction house. Okay, and it's got a region sale rate of 0.04. So we'll add it in, Quillen hide helm, and because we don't have any other sale data than the region market average, we'll borrow the posting operation that is region average, 48-hour DB region average. I believe it's that one. Not 200 region, old world region average. This one should fit us as a operation. Obviously it's not that. 50%, 300% and 110% should give us a base amount. It's going to be our normal price for now. Obviously this isn't taking into account our crafting cost, so I may have to make my own one for this. So going back, I'm going to make a new one. Tailoring, no, leatherworking, Quillen, there we go. You have this as your bank alt weapon now. What's that pointy gnome? Crescent wand. Well, that looks cool. I like that. So we're going to do a group here, and I'm not going to use this one. We're going to make a new one because it's a mix of crafting and region. shiny one leaves a trail of stars. So that's definitely going to be good. Cell, no, Quillen cell. It's probably not the best name for it because it's a bit bespoke. Region. Now, looking at my auctioning, actually no, yeah, we'll go into this. Quillen cell region. I want this one. I'm going to use DB region market average as my base. So that we're going to have 48 hours, post cap to 1. That down to 96%. Whoops, haven't got numlock on. 96%, 1 copper. So the minimum price, I'm going to factor in crafting for sure. So the minimum I really want to sell this is 110% crafting as a bare minimum, as it's quite expensive to make and we've got the vendor sell price to think about. I'm actually going to bump this up a little bit more to 150% crafting, because that's what, 2,500 plus. It cost me quite a lot to make and it's going to cost me a bit to relist, so I'm going to just bump that up a little bit. The maximum price I'll leave at that, the 5 times the average between, that might not actually work. 5 times crafting, that could work. DB market we don't have. And then all 30 times vendor sell. Okay, that might work. The normal price, however, we want to use DB region market average for now. I don't want to inflate it myself, so I'm going to use DB region market. I'm going to use 120%, I think. Hey Gold Queen, thanks for stopping back. How are you? I hope you're feeling a bit better than you were a minute ago. 5 times the average of those. Yes, exactly. So it's the average of that. And then the maximum between 5 times the average of that or 30 times vendor sell as a maximum price, which is a bit. I think I'm going to use DB region market. I'm just going to put this. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, there we go. Copy that, paste that. There we go. Leave that in there, and I'm going to use DB region market. We could use max actually. Let's use the max between 200% DB region market. Actually, let's just leave it at that. That'll keep us going for now. That's quite high, isn't it? Yes, definitely. It depends very much on the item. This one I think is particularly bespoke, this Quillen helm. So I'm gonna, as we haven't got any regular market data, we'll use the DB region market data for it, because it was like 16,000 DB region market. So I might even just up that to 300 just to be on the safe side. And then in the group we've got the Quillen group, and in the Quillen group we're also going to have a crafting operation of 1 of each. But we're not going to. I doubt I'm going to be making one for a while, but that will keep me going at least. I've got all my expires that have just come in, so we're going to sort them out. That's going to fill my bags up. And we also need to restock on drums. So there we go. Your memory of maths wonders if standard deviation should be in TSM strings. I can't remember what standard deviation is now. I remember doing statistics many years ago. Like if it's an item with very volatile price or not. So yes, if the price, like you said, deviates a lot, then you're going to want to. I can't remember how it works. Standard deviation. We're going to need to make some more drums of fury, I think. I don't think we have enough. If we can sell some of this gladiators, we'll be in for some great profits. See, the Quillen we've put in at 19,000, so that's pretty high. But nobody else is selling it. So we'll see if that sells. Depends how desirable it is. If people are collecting the appearance. Most prices are already calculated and weighted average. Oh, that is true. I remember them saying something. If it's a very volatile item, you'd want the highest price. Yes, if it's gonna dip and change a lot, then yeah, that would make sense. Oh, didn't want to do that. So we had one more expire. Okay, pick that up. It's just the one. And I need to just check the auction house. Register that we've got those. Oh, those two are going to expire as well. So let's do those whilst we're here. There we go. And then we're going to restock on these ones. If for a boring item like general mats, you'd go for a bit more than average. No, that's not too talkative at all. That would make sense. Oh, another crash. Okay, what did we do there? Opened leatherworking window. Reload. Let's try that again. Some hunter installment has this as Hattie. That looks awesome. Hey Buzzshinken, thanks for stopping by. Usually post trade goods for 120% DB market. Yeah, that works definitely for a lot of stuff. The only problem with 120% DB market, if that's your only thing, then it tends to, if you're the only person selling that, you can end up inflating your own price. So sometimes you have to catch that with something else. Right, let's see if leatherworking will open again. Might take a couple of crashes for it to settle. We'll see how it goes. Most of the time you use an average of region sale average, region market average, and region historical. Okay. How far back does historical go? That would be my question. Opened leatherworking. I'm going to do another reload, and then... Oh, you're on the biggest EU realm, so that's never really a problem. That's true. If you're on a big high pop server, then you're unlikely to be the only person, so that makes sense. In which case, yeah, 120% DB would work pretty well. So I would assume that to be historical 30 days then, Gold Queen, I guess, from the looks of that. Alright, we'll try this again, one last crash. If it doesn't work this time, then I think we'll have to not use the TSM window just to get my last things working. Good night, Bullsy. Thanks ever so much for stopping by the stream. Have a great... Yeah, we crashed again. DB region historical is a 60-day average. Okay. So that will give you a very average figure, wouldn't it, doing all of those. We got to Magnificence of Leather. We did. I need to do this. That's shared. That we have got that we could make. We've got that we could make, but it's a thing. There we go. Okay, we're done with that, I think. We're going to have to do opened Leatherworking and reload again. This way we won't you googled it because that bothered you, you didn't know. That's how we learn 94s, absolutely. Now you want to know how volatile prices compare to steady ones. Well, they're volatile in things like DB Market. I don't know the math they use for working it out. It's unobtainable now. Wow. Right, I'm not going to do any more leatherworking because that's done. So what I'll probably do, I've got everything on that I wanted on. Let's just double check. Let's run a post scan. Run post scan. Just make sure there's nothing we've missed. Yeah, Muffin will know, Gold Queen definitely. Just that one for 1,000, which is, what is that I've got? Oh, it's just a regular item. Okay, let's post it on. We're done. Okay. Something else in the mail though, it looks like. Let's go just double check that. Oh, yep, those two. Pick those up. Pop those on. Post scan. Post those two. There we go. Right. It was a pup, apparently after a hotfix. So it's unattainable. It's a big one. Wow. That's awesome. That's some kudos there, definitely. Right. I think that's me pretty much done with all the bits I need to do today. It's been a pretty awesome... Yeah, gimme. Been a pretty awesome stream, both this morning's sketching stream and tonight's gold making stream. Has been a pretty brilliant day, so thank you everybody who has stopped by and said hello. Some great chats, great subs, got some great tips, donations. It's all been absolutely fantastic. The support has been amazing, so thank you everybody for that. That was when people warlocked some of people into the druid area to tame them. It was more of an exploit for the pup. Oh, all right, okay. How have we got on at the moment? So we have Sharken's on, Extoria's on. Or are I not stopping? Yes, I am stopping. Buzz Sinkin. No, I am stopping. I'm pretty much done. I was just looking to see who we could send a host over to, and I think I'll send one, as I did Sharken the other day, so I'll do one to Extoria tonight, even it out a bit. So once again, thank you everyone. Going to send a host over to Extoria, who's pretty chill streamer, has just really started out on the streaming front, and is really good for doing battle pets and selling those. So I'll send a host over to Extoria. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I shall see you again if you're around, tomorrow morning, GMT time, 9:30 till 12. If not, I'm doing another late night stream on Saturday night, 10 till 1 GMT time. So have a great rest of your days, and I shall see you soon, hopefully. Good night and farewell. Let's throw a host over.